family, and welcome back to the Pastor's View. I'm your moderator, LaCrystal, and to my left is Pastor Chris, and to his left is Pastor CJ. Whoop,
Hey,
whoop, whoop. I'm back this week, y'all.
Hey, we're glad to have you.
Thank you,
absolutely.
thank you, thank you.
I wish people could hear the conversations that we indulge in before the podcast. They are the most epic conversations ever.
Is it PG?
I don't.
They're not for the weak and the faint at heart, you know.
If there was an address, people might want to come up here.
Yeah, we gonna have a part on the podcast for paid material.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay, paid
Yeah.
material. So yeah, it has been a lot of conversation about relationships and different things. So can we stay in that same vein? Is that okay if I talk about relationships?
Absolutely.
Okay. So y'all doing good today?
I'm doing wonderful.
We done calmed it down in here a little bit.
Yeah.
The temperature, I had to check y'all temperature. Okay. So why do you think people stay in relationships that they know aren't healthy for them?
Wow. That's good.
I would say, have you ever met a crackhead?
Oh Lord.
Crackhead get their first high, and they keep smoking to try to get it, but never get it again. That's what keep them hooked. It was that first initial month or two that they want to get back, but that really wasn't the person that they were. Because in the beginning of a relationship, people are normally fake because they're trying to pull you in. That's not, they don't really spend that much money. They're not really that nice. Their decorum is not really like that. So when the guards start coming down and you really start seeing that person for real, and you see, wait a minute, but what happened is you got attached to their energy. You got attached to them. And a lot of times in the beginning, we see the red flags. And if you don't leave fast, the longer you stay, the more you'll get hooked. Because it's like a drug. So I think people stay because they still looking for that first high. It won't come back. So they'll stay in that thing knowing that the crack is hurting me, but I need that first
I
high.
want that first high.
I want it back, and I'm gonna stay. I know what, but this is what it's gonna be. This, and you keep convincing yourself that it's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. I'm gonna get that high. I'm gonna get that high. No, that's who it is. That's who it is. That's why it's important to, like I always tell people in relationship when you're dating, the first 3 months, you really don't even be talking serious for real. Just get to know each other because people don't normally get comfortable until after 90 days. That's when you really see what you got in a relationship after the first 90 days. But a lot of people go all the way in before 90 days
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
and their feelings get involved and they be thinking that erotic love in the beginning. You know, you spend time with anybody, you'll fall for them.
Boy,
Spend
you
time with a
talking.
dog. Folk love dogs.
Boy, you
That
talking.
come with time. So what happens is in the beginning, it's what we call erotic love, erotic feelings. It's not really just erotic. Ooh, this felt like heaven. I ain't never felt nothing like this. So you'll be saying, I think I love you after a week or two. That's erotic.
Is that healthy?
No. It's anxious type of stuff that we should avoid. So the answer to the question for me is they still looking for that high that they won't get. So they stay there. They stay with the thing that's unhealthy for them.
I think when I look at people staying in relationships that's not healthy, the Bible is really true when it talks about in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. It says, let no man fool or trick you. It says, bad communication or companionship will make a good person bad.
Corrupts good character.
You get what I'm saying? What a lot of people don't understand, time and influence will cause you to do anything. It'll cause you to just steal a car with your friend, rob a bank with somebody. Most people that's on crack or drugs, it came from a person that they was
They
intimate
was
with.
connected with.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when we don't understand spending time, that's why I was saying to you when you were saying, I said, no, you'll be okay with it. Because listen though, if you spend enough time with the person, listen, the Bible ain't lying. If I spend a lot of time with you, Crystal, I'll make a good person bad.
Let me tell you, Pastor Chris. See, the Bible, with that, what you talking about,
Yeah.
the Bible, that was everybody but me. He was talking about.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you.
All right. You know, like I said, but we cannot argue with the fact that it's a large percentage of people in relationships that's not healthy.
That's true.
Why? So, yeah, we could say, I'm not like this, I'm not like this. Listen, if I spend enough time with a woman who have influence on me, I will come down to whatever level she's on.
That's true.
Even though I have all these standards.
Yeah.
If I spend too much time with her, talking with her, conversate, the Bible is not lying. I don't know why I wouldn't win her. That ain't what the Bible says. The Bible don't say good people win bad people over a
what it
period of
say.
time. It says the bad person will make that good person bad
That's it.
over a period of time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand why my grandmama told me, Chris, come here off the ball down. You're not going to play with that boy.
Oh, yes.
She says, you're not going to play with him. In my 10-year-old mind, I was thinking, he a black boy. He's 10 years old. We both from the same neighborhood. Why are you telling me I can't play with him? Later on, she told me, Chris, it wasn't the boy. I know his parents. And his parents is his influence.
Yeah.
And it won't be long for that influence that they have put in on him. Guess what? He gonna influence you. So that kid that comes in from school and tells you, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, get your homework. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, I'm finna wash the dishes, I'm finna do this. And then all of a sudden one day you say, hey, Junior, go wash the dishes. He, why I gotta always wash the dishes? Hey, influencing got on to him. Somebody at school or somewhere have influenced him. So most people stay in bad relationships because they're talking to people who have bad relationships.
Yeah.
So when she say to her girlfriend who's in a bad relationship, girl, I know he ain't good for me. I want to leave him. But guess what? Most folks sung Betty Wright song. Having a piece of man is better than having a man, than not having a man at all.
That's the.
And they sung it.
They sung it.
So guess what? If you in this boat, your sister in this boat, your auntie in this boat, and your mama in this boat, what's wrong with me? I'm thinking something wrong with me to want to get out the boat.
Okay.
You know what'll happen too is the whole quality of your life goes down when you with unhealthy people.
Say it again, pal.
The whole quality, man, of your life. It just, women especially have to be careful.
Uh-oh.
As a pastor, I've seen this. That woman can be doing good. She's consistent. She's serving. And all of a sudden, I start noticing, now this pastor view, a drop. And she slowly start easing back. Because what happens is, what women don't understand is they become what they lay with.
Man.
That's good.
Because she's very emotional. She ain't used to cuss until she got with a cusser. She ain't used to miss church until the man didn't have a conviction about church. Her whole life, because she's an emotional being, it ties into what he is.
What he is.
So he can lift her or she'll become what he is in both of their life. And she'll want to go higher. She'll want to go higher, but she's so engulfed into him and her whole life just swamp. And because she's emotional, I've seen this over years, man. So women especially got to be careful of who they let in their life. Everybody got potential. Everybody in the world got potential. We got to stop dating for potential and date for fruit. Don't tell me what you getting ready to do, what you got going on now. Because I ain't coming to your life to build you like no build about. No, what can you add on to my life right now? How can you help me right now? Or do I have to stop building? We talked about this other week.
And build you.
And build you. And this going to be unhealthy because ain't nobody pouring into me. I'm doing all the pouring. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful, man, of stop staying in them unhealthy places. Why?
Look, stop getting in them.
Absolutely.
No, stop getting in them. We're talking about staying in one. Stop getting in them.
Yeah.
See, you can see this guy ain't going nowhere. Or you can see this woman ain't going nowhere before you like them.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
good. So you saying stop it before it get progresses.
I
basically.
said, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about on that first date.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't taking you serious because I'm not serious.
Yeah.
I'm not serious. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm cool. What I'm thinking about at that time is, am I going to listen to this 2 or 3 dates?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're filtering it.
You got to.
But y'all saying that, but what would you tell someone, like we was just saying, if they know the person is not healthy? That means, to me, it must be something unhealthy about yourself, the reason why you're attracted
You're
to
the
all
same.
of this. Yeah,
Well,
this unhealthiness.
you're the same, but you don't love yourself enough.
Okay.
That's what it is. You have to love you enough to say, I deserve better than this. I am not a codependent. I am not here to raise anybody. God did not put, I hear a lot of people say, yeah, God told me to fix this person. What?
Oh, Lord.
So a lot of
That ain't
people,
biblical.
a lot of people who've gotten married, they were people they were supposed to minister to, not marry.
Not married.
So we turned an assignment into a relationship.
Into a relationship.
It was never supposed to be that. You
An
were just supposed to be
arrangement.
ministering to them. How can two walk together unless we're in agreement? Not in emotion. You can be in emotion and still not be in agreement.
And that's what it is, emotion.
It's emotion.
That's good.
So you're gonna have to love yourself more. You deserve better. You deserve. God did not put you on here to on this earth to raise another human. And if they're selfish, which the Bible talks about in Proverbs, don't even date selfish people. Don't even go to dinner with them. He said, don't even hang out with them. You're with a selfish person who only cares about themselves. They're not going to better your life. You're going to spend your life trying to raise them, thinking it's an assignment from God, but the blessings of the Lord makes one rich and adds no sorrow. Run for your life, have courage, and know there's a greater life ahead of you.
You know, I've had people to come to me and say, you know, I'm dating this guy, and I just can't seem to find a good guy. All the guys I choose are the same. I said, really? You're thinking more highly of yourself than you ought to, because you really just like him. Mm-hmm. That's why you choose it. Mm-hmm. See, most women holler out. Watch this. I had a person that was close to me say this. They was dating a guy, and she told me, the reason why I don't like him is he's too nice. That ain't something wrong with him. That's something wrong with you. To where you don't want to be treated like a queen. It's some attracted. You're attracted to a thug.
Yeah, some trauma there.
You're attracted to somebody that gangbang got tattoos all on their face. And I'm not against it. But tell me what type of behavior you think you're going to get from the guy that's in the hood all day with his pants down. You think this a role model for your son? I mean, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
So you get this guy, then once you get him, you like the look, but you don't like none of the stuff he do. No, that's in you.
And that's a preference and requirement issue.
That's what it is.
I can say you're my preference. You can bend on your preference,
That's it.
but I ain't bending on no requirements. That comes down again to self-love. Okay, I like guys who look a little thuggish. Okay, no, what are your requirements for him then?
There you go.
See, that's preference. But the love for self says, okay, but here are my boundaries.
They don't have none, pal.
Don't have none. I always remember, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
That's good.
You will attract what you are. That's why even on Sundays, I've increased my appearance. I've always been a pretty sharp guy, I think, but I've increased it more in this season because I'm trying to attract something new. I'm trying to attract more to me as it relates to relational, money, business, in every way. What you want to attract, you have to become it.
You had to become.
Oh, that's a word
That's
on the
good.
podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not becoming what they want. So when you start increasing you, then what's around you will increase. If you increase you, it'll be people who, especially for single people, they'll be like, oh, I can't even touch that.
I'm telling you now.
I wouldn't even go to that level. You know what I'm saying? So you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So to people who say, well, I keep running into that
That's who you are.
mentality.
That's who you are.
Mentality. We got to be clothed with a new mentality.
You know, and this wasn't long. A young lady came to me and she was telling me she can't find this and she can't find that. I don't really club this, that, and that. I said, well, is the guy you looking for in the club? She said, no. I said, well, let me ask you this. You're 40. If you went to a nice restaurant, where do you sit? She said, I go in and get me a booth or a table. I said, guys ain't coming up to girls at no table. You go to the bar. You sit at the bar. You're most likely to get someone to say something to you at the bar. But it's also where you're meeting the guys.
That's true.
Because where you're meeting the guys is a mindset.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're probably not gonna meet the downright thug that don't know how to treat a woman, don't know how to date in Flemings. The thug probably not gonna be in Flemings because he think that's too much for a plate.
Yeah,
So-
Applebee's.
There you go. There you go. Here at Applebee's. So not to bring Applebee's down, but I'm saying is, come on, guys, we got to become a better version of ourselves to even be able to offer to somebody.
Yeah.
We'll just say Applebee's ain't Papa Dough.
It ain't Papa Dough.
That's good.
Papa Dough, you can
That's
send your
better.
food back. Applebee's, you can't because it's frozen.
It's gonna take our.
They said it was pre-cooked and
It was pre-cooked.
we just took it out the packing and warmed it up and gave it.
We got a convection of it,
Yeah.
you know.
So the low self-esteem, the pretty much identity crisis. Can we say that? Is that safe to say you have an identity crisis? The reason why you stay in these unhealthy relationships. But do y'all think that is because they've never really learned how to love themselves? So how can they learn how to love people without losing themselves in the process?
Oh man. Well, first you have, honestly, you should not even consider bringing people in your life until your life is secure. Right?
That's good.
If your life is not secure and you're still looking for security, you hadn't even found yourself. right? So it's nothing to lose because you really hadn't found you. A lot of people are looking for security in other people and not themselves first. So if I'm already secure in me, I already know to add to my life the same direction that I'm going in, right? If you lose you, you was never really secure in you. You was never really secure. You shouldn't really be with anybody until you know your purpose.
Yes.
Because if you get with somebody before knowing your purpose and find out why you're then in it and find out that these people don't even match the direction I was created to go. So finding your security first is vital. It's number one. People shouldn't even date if you're not comfortable with being alone. If you're just dating, because I'm lonely. No, you're ready. I think you're ready to date when you say, I ain't got to go out on no date. I ain't got to be with nobody. I'm good. I'm secure in myself. So if you like that, you ain't gonna put up with nobody. Cause I was doing good all by myself. So I ain't gonna put up with you if you come and disturb my peace. So it's all about being secure in yourself first. I can live without that. Now, if you're adding on to my peace, I don't need you to be my peace. I need you to add on to my peace.
There you go.
I need you to add on to my joy, add on to my mentality. So a lot of people lose themselves because they never found themselves.
That's it.
So it was nothing to really find or lose because you were not secure in you. Because you can't come to a man or a woman who's secure in themselves, they're settled in their identity, and they lose it. Because if I sense myself losing who I am and I'm secure, I'm going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
But what about the people? Let's just say if you in a relationship for years or a marriage. I have even heard older people say, I had to take a step back because I was feeling like I was losing myself. So I'm thinking like,
In what way?
in different ways. I've seen a lot of women, different podcasts have said that. Like they felt like they were losing themselves and they had to take a little mental break, a vacation or something like that. Or maybe they stuck being a parent and they may, you know what I mean?
So he just asked though, in what way?
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving an example.
Okay, come
Because
on.
if we talk about in marriage,
Yeah.
in a marriage, everybody has to keep evolving.
Okay.
Now, I've seen this in marriage where one person evolves more than the other.
So that might be what it is.
Yeah.
Because like the example I was trying to give. It's a lady, she's a celebrity vlogger. She recently had twins. She's married. They're always traveling. She not too long said, I'm taking a mental break. I won't be vlogging. I'm going on me a 2-week vacation, just me and my homegirls, because I felt like I'm losing who I am as a parent. You know, like different people wear multiple hats. So that's what I'm saying.
That sounds more like I think for lack of a better word, she's losing her balance.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it
Okay.
is.
She's losing balance. She's because this can become work. Matter of fact, after these podcasts, I don't know about y'all, but I be tired. I be ready to go to sleep like I'm a priest. It becomes work. So if
Yeah.
I get too caught up in work, you forget about the balance. Okay, I still got a home life. I still got other things. So it sounds like to me,
Exhaustion.
exhaustion.
Yeah, they keep putting stuff on top of stuff.
Yeah, stuff on top. She's not prioritizing. So that's what
Okay.
I would say to a person like that. Make
Okay.
sure you keep prioritizing so you don't lose your balance, which causes you to perceive you're losing you.
Okay, because that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it was interesting when he asked you in what way. The more you dig down into something, you'll find out what people think it is. It's not that.
So that's pretty much what just happened.
Yeah.
She thinking it's like she was
She
saying on
losing
her
herself.
thing.
What are you losing?
That's what she was saying.
You a
She's
parent.
tired of being a parent. She
You a
said she's
husband.
tired of being a wife. This is this is what she was
Yeah.
saying in the thing. So that's why I asked what I
But
asked.
I'm a
Tired of being
parent.
wife?
Yeah, she
I'm a
said she
parent.
need a break.
I'm a parent. That job is 24/7. When can I not be a parent?
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So if I got kids, I can't stop being a dad, but I can stop adding stuff on top of my schedule to where I can't spend time with them.
Yeah.
So I can't take the next gig,
Yeah.
or I can't take the next job.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to say, no. I got 3 jobs going. That's enough. Because now, when I take the 4th job, I can't go to church. I can't come to Bible study. I can no longer date. I can no longer go to Junior's football game on Saturday. So I got to know when enough is enough,
Yeah.
so that I can keep my balance.
That's good.
It's not losing myself. You really can't lose yourself, but you can overwhelm your schedule.
Yeah. That sounds like a person who's more in motion, not paying attention to schedule and what they putting on themselves, just in motion. And then once exhaustion hits, oh, I'm tired of everybody. That's because you weren't prioritizing. So you have to prioritize you also. The Bible says that Jesus will every day go
On his own.
get by himself. So it ain't everybody's fault because you don't prioritize you.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm tired of the
that's
kids. I'm
good.
tired of the husband. I'm tired. No, that's really you don't have a purpose driven schedule. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm the husband. Dang, she tired of me. I ain't done nothing to her. I just treat her right.
That's it.
That's what she said. So I mean, I feel like that's in the vein though of learning how to love people without losing themselves. Because now, if she was to ever watch it, we can tell her, love, you didn't lose you.
Tell her come on the pastor's view.
You just needed balance. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. And I feel like the audience may be people that actually do feel like that. They may feel like
They
they're
do.
losing themselves, but and like you said, you got to get to the root cause of it. And it's really a balance issue, or it's another type of underlying issue,
where
and it's
you're
just a
taking
symptom.
too much on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? It's like I can tell who's late in the morning.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. Shooting birds.
Yes.
That's a person that's late.
They be shooting the
People
bird.
that's on time, they don't drive like that. I got 30 minutes to be there. And I'm down the street.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your day, you know, most of the time when folks shooting birds, and I don't get back into it with them because I know you ain't mad with me. You late. I just happen to be somebody that's in your way. You get what I'm saying? So frustration comes from being overwhelmed. If someone asks you to do a podcast and it's 10 minutes when you finish this one, you mad at us when we go over. For no other reason.
Yeah.
You put something on your schedule that's close in proximity. So that's why you mad. You ain't mad with us.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We've been doing this.
Yeah.
Sometimes we 90 minutes, sometimes we 120.
120. I would say don't quit on people when you just need to reorganize.
That's good, that pal.
Yeah. And sometimes people, when they're at that mental exhaustion, and sometimes not even mental, it's in your body, take a nap before you quit on people. Sometimes you just need a nap. Sometimes it reminds me of that Nehemiah story. They building a wall, and the Bible said when the people got exhausted, they was ready to quit. And he like, no, don't quit. Let's build from another position, from another angle. So sometimes we quit on people, the children, the job, and everybody when we really just need to reorganize. Reorganize your life. You'll see how much time you have. You'll see how much wasted space you've been wasting time
Well, that's some
in.
wisdom there.
You will see a lot of it. Like I tell people all the time, my day is high priority, low priority. I already know what I got the next day. This gotta be done. At the bottom, I can wait later, if not tomorrow. I prioritize my days so I ain't wasting time. So anytime I hear people say, I ain't got enough time, it's because you don't know how to redeem the time.
Everything is a priority.
It's a skill, man. You have to study this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, you're gonna be, I'm what the lady said. I'm losing me. I'm leaving everybody. You ain't lost you. You lost you when you didn't prioritize.
See, my thing to it is when I hear folks say, "Oh, I'm finna take me a week." Why you don't have a week at the first of the year? Why you don't already have a vacation set up? Why you got to take it?
That's good.
It's vacation should be in your schedule.
Yeah.
If you're married, dating your wife or your husband should be in your schedule.
Yeah, absolutely.
I shouldn't have to try to find out where I'm gonna put you in.
Yeah.
No, every time me and Pastor talk, and guess what? Even when me and him talking about a schedule, first thing he say to me now, "Oh, you got to pick up your daughter." No, I put my daughter on my schedule at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna pick her up every day. I don't care who go to work and spend 16 hours at work. I'm gonna pick my daughter up and I'm gonna take her, get something to eat every day, and I'm gonna ask her how her day been.
Absolutely.
And I don't let them mess with that.
That's good. So back to my lady with the social media. Just by her saying that, do y'all not know she could have a lot of people thinking that they should be doing the same thing she doing, taking breaks because she feel like she's losing herself,
They do.
you know? And really and truly it's an underlying issue.
And nothing wrong. Don't get what I'm saying anyway. Misconstrued with taking breaks. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Everybody needs a break. What I'm saying is people get. I'm just quit on everybody. I don't feel like doing nothing. You know what I'm saying. But the thing is, if the breaks are planned, I mean, I ain't taking a break because I'm just exhausted. Because I'm not exhausted because my days are in order.
Yeah.
If I'm taking a break, it's just because I'm taking a break from life,
That's
from
it.
this, not because I'm tired of or it's unbalanced. It sounds more like her life is unbalanced.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
if people get ahead of the unbalance and balance, the breaks are already in there. That's what people have to learn. Already added in there. So you won't be taking a break out of frustration. That's the issue.
That's good.
You know, then you're going to cause problems in your home, on your job, in the meetings, because you are exhausted and tired because you have not prioritized your schedule or your own well-being. So that's her issue is an unbalanced schedule. And now you tired. And I'm just, everybody can have it. Cook your own food. I ain't studying none of y'all. You don't want to get like that. Love yourself enough to plan it. Like he said, we know he get his daughter all the time. That's a part of his life.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not a question. So take care of you enough where it's a part of your life. People know Pastor CJ gonna go on vacation. They know this is a part of my life. You ain't gonna be enough, you'll go with me.
You'll go with me. That's it.
That's what I do. I enjoy it because I ain't gonna let life overwhelm me. I'm gonna enjoy it and embrace it. But I ain't going on vacation because I'm frustrated with nobody. No, because I'm healing me at the same time.
Well, you know what? Also, a lot of people don't understand that a part of the God kind of life, even God rested. You get what I'm saying? You have to learn how to rest. And let me tell you what else rest does. When you're working on anything, if you rest and know how to take rest, when you come back, you'll look at it with a fresh eye. See, by him going on vacation like he do, every time he come back, he can see stuff that he probably passed by at first. But it's something about having that rest. It calls you to be revived and be able to see different. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm definitely in agreement with what he said, man. It's balance.
It's got to be a balance.
It's balance.
Every time I finish building something, I already know I'm going on vacation.
So-
I already know it. In April, I already know it.
yeah.
Because I know the mental strain that comes with it. So I've already prepared for myself to recharge myself. So it just got to be in your schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. And she need to stay off social media. So think, because you can be planting back those seeds, those same seeds, and have everybody thinking that they need to just abandon everybody, jump ship, feel like they losing themselves. When really you just got to find
But that's how
balance.
most people feel, Crystal.
I get it.
Yeah, it ain't just her. When you see folks wigging out and I'm having a nervous breakdown. I mean, why? Why you having a nervous breakdown from your kids? You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, but why? You know, so I think when we don't prioritize stuff and we don't have balance, we cause unnecessary frustration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So do you guys think social media and comparison play a part in shaping people's identity and what they believe they deserve? Is that a factor in losing their identity? Like
Well-
social media and comparison?
Again, it will be for somebody who's not secure in
That's it.
themselves. Somebody who's not secure in themselves is always trying to keep up with the next man. But if you're secure, I don't even compare my life to nobody. It's foolish. There will always be somebody who's ahead of you and behind you. If I'm always focused on the one ahead of me, it'll make me discouraged. If I'm focused on the one behind me, it'll make me prideful. So I stay away from any of it, for real, and just stay in my lane. Like, I know them pretty pictures on Facebook. I know it's something behind them pictures. I know on them relationship pictures they always hug. I know they house probably crazy too.
Yeah.
I already know that. So sometimes we let social media think people are living in Disneyland every day.
Wow.
And then we try to recreate that, then compare ourselves to something that we perceive and have no facts about.
No facts.
So that's what social media will let you do. It'll get in your imagination, mess up your perception, and you'll be absorbing something you just should be observing. Observe it and move on.
And move on.
Nothing to compare yourself to. Nothing to say, oh, they getting ahead of me. Oh, he got a big church and I ain't got nothing. I don't care what you got right now. God got me right where he want me to be. I mean, if I'm in his will, why I'm worrying about that? I look just how God want me to be. Why I'm comparing myself to your looks? What you have. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with where I am. I'm okay with who I am. Notice that comes from being secure in yourself. But if you're not, man, that social media have you comparing and why you don't act like him?
Yeah.
He treat her
Yeah.
like that. You don't know how he treat her after this still picture you looking at.
That's it.
You don't know how she treat him after that still picture. You know?
Hey, you had to set them cameras like they set up in here in the house.
Check that ring device.
You get what I'm saying? You can't look at social media, but you know what? So many people are living their lives on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I could take Pastor CJ, the way his ministry is going, the way they see him look. I could take a Rolls Royce and put him in front of it, and they'll say, "I told you he was gonna get one." All he did was just took a picture.
Yep.
That's it.
I told you he was gonna get one. Man,
That's it.
I thought it was gonna be another year from now, but he already got it. And that man ain't said this mine, ain't said nothing.
Absolutely.
Just took that picture. So what people perceive is a lot of what they're trying to match their life up to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys is Rick Ross. And he got that warehouse. And all them cars in there. I ain't seen their title. That said the hills. I mean, I'm just really saying it. He could get all his friends to bring their cars over there.
Yeah.
And say, man, I got 100 cars. Who gonna argue with him?
Yeah.
So you're trying to take every dime you got to have that. And most of them ain't even theirs. The jury, who was it? Ocho? Yeah.
Fake jury. Yeah.
Man said he went in the club. Every pair. He ain't never bought no real jury.
Yeah. Fake.
He said, man, I'm the hottest thing in there.
Yeah.
Still fly spirit.
Yes. And driver. What kind of car he said?
I don't know, but he got
Toyota?
money.
Yeah, he got
Plenty
it.
of it.
It's dangerous though, comparing yourself to other people, man. If I was to compare myself to people see my house, especially the kids. Oh, look at. If I was comparing myself to my pastor, I'd be in debt. My house nice. You can fit my house into his house 4 times.
Wow.
Now, if I'm gonna do anything, I want to learn your principle.
That's it.
That's all. That's what I look for with him. I know I ain't got no jets and all that stuff. If I was to go try to get that now, boy, you better get up out of here.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with where I am though, because I know if I work the principle of that, it'll come to me. But I don't go around nobody. Oh, I want to be that. I want to be. No, I'm okay. I know if I work enough principle, I'm gonna get exactly where I want to be.
That's it.
You know.
So when identity gets distorted and feelings start taking over, what would you say to someone whose emotions are leading their life?
Ooh, it's gonna be real cray around you.
Yeah.
Because there's always a way that feels right, but ends up bad.
Bad.
Emotions, respect your emotions, but don't trust them like that. Respect your emotions, but don't let them be your instructor or your guider. You have to test them. You have to see, is this right? Is this wrong? Man, so many people say, I felt something and end up later.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the most dangerous life you can live, living based on emotion. Up and down. Your emotions
a
are always
roller
like this.
coaster.
They roller coaster.
Roller coaster. So that means you're going to be double-minded in all your ways.
And that's what most people are.
Yeah,
They on a roller coaster.
yeah.
They happy this morning, sad this morning, mad at lunchtime.
Yes.
You know, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people get mad with me because they say that I'm not emotional. You know, I
Really?
don't have. Oh, they say I'm not
I
emotional.
could believe that.
They said it about me too.
Yeah, both of y'all. That's probably why y'all mesh so well.
You know, really, LaCrystal, I'm very emotional. I just choose when I'm emotional.
Absolutely.
That's good. So you have restraint.
You got to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Like he said, you can't trust it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not emotional far as what they think. See, they think when you get upset, I should get upset. Or when you crying, I should cry. That's not how I do. I listen to what you got going on, and I can feel sorry, and I'm thinking about, wow, if they only knew what I knew. There's nothing impossible in Christ. You get what I'm saying? So I can't get emotional when you get emotional.
Yeah.
That's true.
When I'm principle driven. So you just handling case by case. So by you handling case by case, I'm looking at you and I'm saying, boy, I see them up on that roller coaster. Here they come. Whew. They're going back up. And you have not taken time to build no foundation in your life. You get what I'm saying? You know, we talk about a house built on sand, it ain't gonna stand. And when people should be in their Bible, should be in their word and praying, guess what? They on social media. You can't read your Bible for 30 minutes, but you can spend hours on social media.
Yes.
So guess what? When trouble hit your life, we gonna know it. Yeah, you could tell me you praying. You could tell me you in your word. No. We gonna know.
Oh, I know.
When trouble hit your life, we gonna know what you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most emotional people too live based on quick fixes. If their heart is broken, they'll find a new relationship.
Quick.
Anything. Lose a job, they finna go pawn everything. They gonna do the craziest stuff if they ain't got enough.
Yeah.
Most emotional people do the most foolish emotional things that is self-destructive to themselves. Because they are moment type of thinkers, not long-term. They don't trust God. They only trust them. They panic if they don't have what they need. They panic if things are going bad. That's an emotional person. We talked about last night, EQ.
I was going to say that.
That EQ is so important, man. My EQ, I was tested on it the other week. It's very high. And I tell people, you can't be successful if your EQ is low. You could be smart and not be successful because your emotional intelligence is so low. You're too emotional. If you want to be successful, you're gonna face a lot of tough times. You're gonna get told no. You're gonna have people come against you. you're gonna go up against the city like I had to do. I'm still here because of my EQ. I already knew it was gonna work out. But if I was emotional, I wouldn't still be here. I'd have quit because it'd have crushed me. Not me. I ain't living by my emotions. I already know. I would tell anybody who living like that, man, stop and trust God. Most of all, I wouldn't even say believing. A lot of people believe in God but don't trust his wisdom.
That's good, and that's so true.
That's the issue of it. I know God is real, man. Yeah, man, God real, man. I know that. But when you don't trust his wisdom, you're going to try to draw out your own path. And if this feels right, I do that. If that feel wrong, I don't do it. If this feel right, then you find yourself, how I get here? You always hear people like that say that. How I get in this situation? Because you ain't trust his wisdom. So I would tell anybody who's emotional like that, be still. Let him prove himself to you. Be still. I promise you. He worked it out before you knew about it.
He didn't find out about it when you did.
Absolutely.
That's good.
He already knew.
I already knew.
I used to hear Dr. Higgins say all the time, God already know what he going to do.
Absolutely.
He did not find out about the storm when you did.
Yep.
So in the process, when I find out about trouble, my first response is not to panic. My first response is to ask God, what's the plan?
Yep.
Since you already knew about it, and you already know what you're gonna do, tell me, let me in on the plan, so I can walk it out with you. Yeah.
That's good. Y'all just confirmed something that the Lord shared with me concerning it. That is crazy. So let's take it a step further. When people are choosing relationships based on their feelings, their preferences, like you said, Pastor, or what looks good to them, how do you view situations where there's a significant age gap between two people? So, like, for example, Deion Sanders and Karrueche Tran, right? They have been a topic of conversation lately, with a lot of people weighing in on their age difference. So what is it about an age gap that makes it either healthy or unhealthy? Or, well, a red flag, because y'all know we was talking
I
about
don't
red
see
flags.
an issue with it.
Me neither.
Long as don't no old man date my daughters.
Oh, God.
That's personal right there. I ain't finna see no. That's just the daddy side of me, and it's still not wrong if my daughters are grown and they have an old. But me personally, like, man, you better get off my doorstep.
Yeah.
You better go chill with your grandkids. That's me though. Is there something wrong with it? No, it's not wrong. Women often mature faster than men. So they look for men who are on there. I hear a lot of women, especially when I was dating, said, I wouldn't even date a man my age.
Yeah. Most of them say that.
Because now the confusion is they think age means maturity. But you can grow old and not grow up.
That's true.
So sometimes people date older because they think, their mentality. Man, I've seen a lot of people 20, 30 years older than me and still got a 15-year-old mindset, But if they just want age out of just preference, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I could date older or younger.
You don't have no. We know you don't have no. Y'all would have had to see the conversation prior to. We done gave Pastor Chris a new name and everything.
So let me ask you this: why is it such a big deal when it comes to the age? The people who talking about it, did they have a problem with it?
Yeah, it's mixed reviews. You have people that saying, "Oh, he's too old. She's his children age. She should be talking to one of his sons." And then you have people who kind of like what Pastor CJ was saying. They don't have a problem with it. Now, it do get misconstrued when it's more so the woman that's older and the man is younger, like Drea and that basketball player. He got her pregnant and he was like 23 and she's like 40, maybe 38, 40. She may be in her 40s now. If there was a lot of talk about that. So she was one of the people that chimed in on the Deion Sanders and Karrueche Tran conversation. So yeah, it's mixed reviews.
Now, I will say this. I think you need to, because it's not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say the 25-year-old meet the 45-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
and the 45-year-old is really nice looking. She's built nice and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the woman should necessarily be more concerned about them than the man. Let me tell you why. Most young guys,
Mm-hmm.
when they starting to get old, they don't want an older woman.
Okay.
Now, I've seen the cases where a lot of the younger girls will stay with that older man.
Yeah.
Because she love him.
Yeah. And some of the conversation, the topics have been, especially from women, because y'all know how women are, when they see that happening, they're like, oh, she dating him for his money, X, Y, and Z. You know, it's always something that come with it.
Baby, I'm
Or they
60
say
years
she have
old
daddy
and
issues.
and she 25 and fine. Baby, I would not care. She can get all my money.
Look, Rona,
She can get it all.
Well, we heard
Rona
about you and the
Isley.
prostitutes last week.
She can get it. She can get all the money.
Rona Isley, 80 something.
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
Hill's like 20 or 30 something. But you know, in that situation, they just be like, "Oh, she's just waiting on him to croak over." Get
Yeah,
her
that's
money.
what they say, stuff
I
like
think.
that.
What you feel about 80 and 20?
Now, me personally, I wouldn't date somebody that young. Not me personally.
80, like you finna get ready to.
Yeah, not me.
Probably.
But now, Ronald I's been with that lady for a long time, ain't it?
He couldn't. She in between us.
No,
I think she 20, 30 something.
no. That lady.
He been with her for a long
No,
time.
he been with her for a
He
long
been with
time.
her
How old is she?
for-
Yeah, this lady about 50.
No, I thought
40
I heard.
something.
No, he
she's-
got with her when she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he
how-
been with her for some years.
Long
and they
time.
just had a baby or something, right?
Now, I don't know if that's his baby, but anyway.
But we need to go. She had a baby by another man. He ain't got it no more.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
Hey,
Lord.
hey, if he didn't come out looking like Sambo,
Oh, my God.
little baby look like he about 35.
What's that move on that baby with Asian backwards? What was that? The Secret Life of Benjamin or something. Benjamin Button. Yeah.
So, you know, it's yeah, I wouldn't date that young. But
I hope not,
but
not at 80.
I'm 50. I'm 53.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 52. I'll be 53 in May. I probably would date 38, 40. Yeah.
You would date.
I would
He
date.
said he was doing him at 20. What age?
Ain't
you
nothing
said,
wrong with
Pastor
that, though.
Chris? At first, initially, what was the initial age? You said 20.
No. I
Oh.
won't date that young.
Okay.
No. Cause my thing is where I'm headed. I don't just want a side piece, showpiece. I need somebody helping me build.
Yeah.
And where I'm headed, you don't know nothing. You don't know a whole lot at 24. You know what I'm saying?
Them mentality is gonna. Because a 20, like you said, a 24-year-old don't have a lot of experience.
Man, they look at your account, and they, you know, you got all this stuff going on.
You used to it.
Facilities everywhere.
Yeah.
And so when you see $200,000-$300,000,
Yeah.
you saying that ain't no money? Cause
You used
if
to
an air
it.
conditioner go out,
Yeah, you gotta have it.
she don't know why you ain't gonna get me that Birkin bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all this money. So I don't want to be arguing with nobody because we're on two different levels. Give me 37, 38. My oldest daughter, 32. I give her 5 years. And, you know, I can do that. But I can also date older. You know, I probably could date up to maybe 62.
Okay. Above your age.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think they still kind of.
She better be.
So what happened if she ain't?
It ain't no conversation.
No, I'm saying you find out that she ain't when you find out that she ain't.
What, you talking about mental?
When y'all get together or
You saying mental?
Just say you married the woman that
Oh, Lord.
and find out, man, that menopause done took her out.
Oh, no. See, you know, that's why I believe in the day. I'm going to find out before I connect with you. Whether or not I'm finna put you in the trash pile. No, sir.
Before you put it in the what?
Trash pile. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Trash pile.
It's so funny.
We're gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you up front where we headed.
How
I
is
ain't, I ain't gonna lead nobody on. No, sir.
well? So you might need to lower the age. Then you think?
No, cause
No.
it's
So
some,
62-year-olds looks really
it's
good
some-
now.
it's some sharp 80-year-olds.
That's
Absolutely.
true. That's true.
You
That's
get what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying what I'm looking for is somebody who works well with me. Mm-hmm. With what I got going on, I need you to be on board.
Cause 62 ain't far. You 52.
I'm 52,
Yeah,
finna
that
be
ain't-
53.
That ain't bad.
Oh yeah. Then yeah.
You know, but yeah, I'll wink at somebody 62.
Okay.
That ain't bad though.
That ain't bad.
Cause I done seen some 62-year-old man. I ain't know Vivica Fox was 60.
No, it wouldn't be Vivica Fox.
Vivica Vivica. Well,
Wouldn't be Vivica.
after all the surgery, she doesn't look good. I'm just saying she don't look 60 is what I'm saying. A lot of these women now, especially from the movies,
Yeah.
generation that we grew up in and was watching, those women don't look them ages.
Yeah.
Like what's Will Smith's wife's name?
Jada Pinkett,
That girl close to 60.
Sanaa Lathan.
They still look
Neil
the
Long.
same.
Yeah,
So
they
what I'm
look-
saying is 60 back then
Yeah.
ain't 60 now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They got a lot of stuff that can help.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Angela, almost what, 70?
Angela
looks
70.
amazing.
That girl look bad, man.
looks
So absolutely, I get it. I get it.
You know, and then I'm gonna say that you can't be ugly. You can't be the other stuff.
But you said Vivica wouldn't. She
Nah.
Why she wouldn't make the cut?
No, sir.
Why?
She didn't. She messed herself up.
Oh, okay. With all her plastic
Yeah,
surgery.
she ain't messed
But
herself
that go back to the conversation about how social media do. And I think her relationship when she broke up with 50 Cent, it did something to her self-esteem so bad.
She still want him, but
She
he don't want her.
still
I
want
don't
him.
think.
Was they in a relationship?
They were. So she say, well,
They were. He
They-
said.
yeah.
Said he was
They
into
were.
her. Yeah.
You know.
I guess 50 Cent leave him like how you leave him, don't it? That's
Well, see, I don't leave them.
No, I'm just
You can
joking
stay.
with you. I'm just joking with
Yeah, I don't leave them. You know.
You just said if they start working.
Yeah. See. If,
you. Go to the trash pile.
Yeah, I mean, if it no longer works, but and the truth of the matter is, we all do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I do. Everybody else is just doing it.
Yeah.
And hiding.
When the guy don't work for you no more, you ghost him. You stop answering the phone. You start being busy instead of just telling him,
Yeah,
"Hey man, I'm gonna move on."
I think women endure a little longer though.
absolutely.
I think
They'll know something ain't working, and they'll just because they like the crackheads more.
they'll work at it.
Yeah, they'll work.
They'll
it.
work at it. But they'll also say, "I don't want nobody wasting my time."
At the same time, yeah.
So tell me why you holding on. You and this guy ain't got nothing in common. You don't like him as a boyfriend. You don't see him as a role model for your kids. He don't get along with your family. His financial status is not where you really want it to be. Tell me why you holding on.
It might be for convenience.
How does somebody go from, just say you was dating somebody who was here, can't find nobody who's there no more, so you settle kind of for here. How does that look? How is that mentally?
It's terrible. It's terrible. And guess what? You look at him, and it look like it's terrible. It look like it's terrible. Because here's the thing: if the person, and I'll say this, a lot of people don't understand this. It's not that way in all cases, but it is true.
Yeah.
A woman, LaCrystal, y'all would probably find 2 guys in your lifetime that actually loves you.
Really? Expound. What do you mean?
So, a person that loves you is not somebody that's kicking it with you for convenience, your looks and this, that, and the other. No, can this guy weather the storm with you if you got sick?
Phew. And did all
Now
kind
you
of-
no longer look like you used to look.
Yeah.
Look, you done went through cancer 2-3 times, and he's there.
and all kind of other stuff too.
When you can't wear the heels no more and now you're in a wheelchair, will he push you through Disney World?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. But when it comes to us, man, we may find 10
More than that.
that'll love us and will take care of us.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
when women get with a guy and that guy really cares about you, you need to think long and hard before you walk away from that guy. Because you think because another guy is winking at you, want to take you on dates, want to ride you in his car. But guess what? The first sign of health issues or anything else, man, he gone.
Yeah.
So that thing when pastors talk about you used to date up here. Now it's going to be hard for you to find somebody that's up here. So you have to come
settle.
way down.
Yeah.
Why? Because where you think, and I'm going to say it just like this, Pastor, you ain't everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What people don't understand, especially women, when you find these guys that care about you, can be considerate, a family man, love your kids, love his kids. Hey, do y'all not know that's probably 3% of men?
Yeah. The pool is real bad.
Yes.
It's bad.
So when you get them, you need to keep them.
Yeah. I didn't know how bad it was till maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I started feeling sorry for women.
That's it.
Because a lot of times, you know how you kind of think. You'll be thinking most people perceive like that.
They don't.
And they be like, ooh,
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah. I feel bad. Real bad.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
And take a woman that's been married 25 years.
Yeah.
She don't like the way the guy, and it be something simple. She don't like this about him. And I'm going to leave him. Because she think every other man is like that. It's only till she get out there.
Ooh, and see, it's rough.
And then when she start meeting them and they, you waiting on him to open your door, he already in the car. And he cranked the car and looking at you like, what you waiting on? Get in.
Get in the car. Yeah.
So
It's going to be a
it's
reality.
only to then that a lot of reality checks start hitting you. And you start saying, golly, I didn't know. Now you want that old thing back,
Found out the
And
grass wasn't greener.
hey, man, it was turf. Yeah, it ain't. So, when you know that, I'm trying to talk to my daughter, other people that's married, with women. I'm saying, baby, you think that's bad? Man, don't get out here.
Yeah. I was talking to my brother on the phone last week, and we was just talking about relationships and stuff. He was like, man, Krista, you want the man of your dreams, you better, and that's where what did he say? You better go to sleep, because that's where you going to find him at. I cracked up. But that was so true.
It's
Rare. That's so true.
It's sad, but it's rare. I studied it years ago, and only 6% of men even write goals. Only 6%.
6%.
Which means what was it? 94% out of the whole world don't even have a goal.
Don't write a goal. Don't have one.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
And this is the person that is talking about leading you.
Yeah.
So if you got a man with a dream, that's a big deal now.
I was just about to ask that. So what would be like some non-negotiables for women if they, like you say it's only 6%. So you was just saying you have a good man, try to ride it out. You know what I mean? Like don't leave him for, what you say the lady said, not shutting the door.
Yeah. Like, this little crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep looking for that. I was listening to a joke, and they was talking about the women could go to this shopping mall and get these could go to the shopping mall and get these men. And I think it went from first floor to the sixth floor. And every floor the man was better. And then when it got to the sixth floor, it was like everybody that wanted to get on the elevator and go to the sixth floor and get this perfect man, get on now. And a bunch of folks jumped on me when they got up there. It was like, ain't nobody up here. So it's like we keep thriving to see if we can find better, but sometimes better is not out there. It's just not. So if I could find a woman that compliments me and work with the vision that I got and some other things, hey man, I'm good. Because what I'm probably looking for ain't out there.
That's true.
And to be fair, it's hard for guys too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the same.
Because most of these women have been damaged, didn't have fathers, didn't learn respect, don't have goals either. You know what I'm saying? So it can be hard for guys too, man. And I would tell them, just take your time. Just take your time, man. And as soon as you see them red flags in the beginning, run. Don't sit there knowing what you see and stay there, because the longer you stay, the harder it's gonna be to get away from it.
I probably wouldn't run immediately
I would.
from the red flags. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I want to see if she's teachable. See if I can bring her along. I'm fine with you.
That's fair.
You may not know, but if I can tell you and you be like, okay.
So what happened to the lady that you was sitting at the table? You said she better eat all she gonna eat.
That's one sitting there to tell me all her business.
Yeah.
She should have known not to talk about it. That's the wrong conversation.
Okay.
On the
so
first
not
date.
the bills.
But how do you know if she's, because somebody could be listening at you with and acting humble, but still not applying.
No, you gonna know. I'm gonna put you through the test.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something on purpose and watch you
Okay.
and see if you do it.
Do you think credit checks should matter?
It should after you get on in there. See, and here's my thing. I don't mind you telling me, 16 months in, because like I said, I'm still getting to know you.
Not me.
So once I find out where you at, then let's do what we got to do to fix it.
So you said 16 months
a
in?
year and 4 months?
Yeah, man. I was married for 28 years. You get what I'm saying? I ain't jumping out of a marriage trying to get married. That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
So, and then watch this. I'm finna add some balance to it. I said this at church over the pulpit preaching. I'm not marrying anybody before I get some counsel myself.
That's good.
Because I want to make sure I'm offering
Yes.
the best version to you.
Come on. That's good.
You see what I'm saying? So it ain't just about you that I'm saying, I want this and I want this. No. I'm going to make sure you got that too. Because even though I feel that I'm healed, I ain't got no stuff in me, but I know a good therapist can go in there and find and can dig and turn over stones and stuff that you don't think is there.
Yes.
Any type of strongholds and all that kind of stuff. Not that I'm going to hold any woman hostage for my last relationship. But I just want to make sure that what I'm giving them is 100%. And it's the best version that it can be.
That's good.
For a woman. Because I want the best version.
So Pastor, you said you ain't doing 16 months by no credit.
No.
Okay.
No.
So when you were dating, you was dating for a wife though.
Yeah.
Okay, see that's different.
I was my background totally different. Raised in church. You had to be married. Marry or burn.
I got you.
Like that was I got married at, what was I, 21? I ain't even know myself.
Got you.
That's all I knew though. So religion kind of messed me up with that. If I'd have known, and I'm only speaking of how I would be now, knowing what I know now, with this knowledge, I know that it's the longer I'm around something, you get attached to it. And saying like Peter, who said, "Not me, not me." I won't deny you. I know the flesh. So what I know now is when I see the red flags.
Okay.
When I see the fruit or lack of, go ahead. That's a lifestyle. That's a mentality that I'm not willing to stop doing what I'm doing to try to build another human. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it go because I need someone who can walk with me. I know how big my purpose is, so I don't have time to raise nobody. You know, so and not saying you have to be perfect. You got to be healthy though.
That's good.
So is credit a deal breaker for you?
It will be now because all credit says you a liar or not.
Yeah, but we do know people who got bad credit used to have good credit, and situations can cause you sometime to have bad credit.
And if that's the case, they wouldn't mind having that conversation, saying, "Look, see something happened right here." So that's totally different.
Okay, okay. I ain't talking about somebody who just running through life, living crazy.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if I wouldn't that part, not having your life together and some other things, it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing your mindset is, if your mindset is bad and you think this is okay, that's a deal breaker.
Yes.
Because you think about it, if you living life pretty decent and you got money and credit, I mean, what is she really gonna do to you? I probably wouldn't give her all the access and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff that you probably think would be a deal breaker from me is really not.
That's good.
I'm really big on mindset, and are you teachable?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can teach you how to come along and you understand, I don't know it all, and this is what I'm looking for because life have not been working for you real well. It can work.
Yeah. But my thing for me, I look beneath the surface.
Gotcha.
If your life is a mess, right? The decisions you made is already a sign of rebellion. You rebelled against instructions.
Yeah.
So I already know if you produce this in your life, like I'd have people who pretend to listen but don't really listen. They pretend to listen because they want the benefit. But they don't really want to change for real. Just the benefit.
Well, so the difference I'm saying to you is, I would date you long enough to know you and change, because you can't hide that forever. See, you can't be rebellious forever.
Yeah.
So when we run up on a situation that I say, when I say, okay, I'm going to, I want you to do it this way. You know, this ain't working for you, so I want you to do it this way. Well, guess what? What ends up happening is I get a chance to see you in operation.
Yep.
Are you going to do what I say on that situation, or are you going, well, I'm going to do it my way? Well, I already know then. This ain't going to work.
So
But
it sounds like you do a little trial run. Pastor said, ain't no 3 days, ain't no 3-day trial.
No. 3 days. I'm saying
I'm just using that as an analogy.
Okay, that's good. I'm saying maybe a 2 months to 3 month trial, not 14 months, because I think the 14 month I will become attached. So and then I start seeing your weaknesses, but because I'm attached, it's hard for me to, detach myself, because I know the longer you stay around a person, you become a part of my daily routine.
I got you. So for me, I'm probably not marrying a person in a year.
Right.
2 years. Not me. Maybe 3rd year.
Why is that?
Because I got different levels that I'm finna run through. So you going through trial runs. You going through some things. You know what I'm saying?
I give 1,000 days.
It ain't. No, baby.
It's 1,000 days.
And watch this.
Yeah.
I can like you and leave you.
That's good.
So I can like you and leave you.
Yeah.
I ain't detached.
I believe it too.
Yeah, I ain't detached. I ain't attached to you. Listen, if I see it ain't gonna work, long term, because see, I don't like going down the road.
That is long term.
And then what?
At 13, 16, however many months you said.
36 months.
36 months.
That's not a long.
That's
That's
two.
not a
Well, how
long.
many years that is?
Time.
No.
Almost 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years.
Pastor
That's 3 years.
Chris
Yeah,
said
3
it's not
years.
a long time.
Well, it's not a long time to be married 7 years and get a divorce.
Well, that's true.
Now I
But
gotta start over.
I guess what Pastor CJ saying is, why it's got to take that long to say no?
It don't. But the only time, even I was listening to Apostle Frank. He said, you got to be with folks in seasons to know. You need to see them get mad.
We see all the seasons in a year.
If not, if they hide them. See, what I'm saying to you is, you got to let it cook. It'll come out.
Okay, let it go.
It'll come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, what I'm saying, what he's saying is, he kind of dig that surface, and he find out within a year,
Yeah.
all of them.
Okay.
I'm saying, even if you're trying to hide it, you can't hide it forever,
right.
because I'm gonna get you with time.
I guess I'm very detailed now.
Yeah,
So the older I've become, the more I look at very small things. It don't take me long to
Yeah.
sniff some out because I'm very detailed. Very detailed. So at my age now, knowing what I know with the wisdom that I have, I ain't gonna waste much time. I wouldn't waste much time.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And see, and I'm saying I got time.
Yeah.
I'm saying we saying the same thing. Yeah, we saying the
Okay.
same. I got time to wait on.
Okay. Any closing remarks, fellas? Men?
We've
God?
enjoyed this talk, I guess, from the before show talk to this talk. Man, let's keep growing.
Anything?
I just keep asking everybody, if you're enjoying the show, subscribe, share it with your friends. And look, y'all even get together, have some parties,
That's
some
good.
podcast parties.
That's good.
And
Watch
y'all
party.
get around and watch us. Get some questions together and send them in, and I promise you, we will address them.
I think this is a watch party episode right here.
Yeah. Now the pre-show is what?
But and that's needed because y'all are more than pastors. You are men.
Yeah.
You are multifaceted. All right. Well, you guys, this has been The Pastor's View. What's up, family? This is Sila Crystal, your favorite moderator from The Pastor's View. And we want your input. Let us know what you like to see, what kind of questions you may want to ask the pastors, Pastor CJ and Pastor Chris, on The Pastor's View. You don't have to leave your name, but if you do want to touch your name, that's fine too. We want to hear from you. We want your feedback. We also want to know, what was your favorite moment of the podcast? Let us know. We want to hear from you.